So as usual, what's up everybody? We're just gonna do a test. You guys are gonna have to let me know if the sound of the microphone is good or if it's too loud or too quiet compared to the music. It should be good here, but what's up Greenball? Sorry I can't read your name, but hello. Yeah, that shot of Dio is pretty dope. We're gonna start here very shortly. Just gonna let a little bit more time since I did say I was gonna go live at 2 p.m. So what's up, Caesar? How you doing? Hey. Alright, this looks good. Let me this boom. Okay. For the audio. Okay, everything looks good. I think we're good here. Put this there. So yeah, I added the chat. We didn't have that before, so now we can see your guys' messages on the screen, which is pretty cool. Then there's another thing. I mean, I guess I can show you guys. So when we go here, we just added a little white border around the camera. So those are the only changes we have since the last stream, but let me real quick I want to look at how the microphone sounds. So sounds good to me, I think. All right. Let's go back here. Okay, so today we're gonna be ranking all the antagonists and villains I've consumed and experienced throughout anime and manga. The only one that's kind of an outlier is I will have two villains from Arcane, so I'll have the villains from Arcane. I didn't have those. I didn't think I was gonna add those, but I just add two because I just like them too much, so yeah. If I'll rank all of those, and if there's a villain antagonist that's not on the list that I haven't added, and maybe you would want my opinion on where I would place them, you guys can let me know as well in the chat during the stream as well. I could show you guys real quick. And also I won't really like talk about spoilers when it comes to characters, because obviously not everyone has seen all the animes and manga that I'm going to talk about today. So yeah, I won't be going too much into the spoilers. I'll kind of be vague and giving my reasoning on why I like them so much. So let me show you guys my anime tier list. So all the animes that I've consumed, just gotta find it. Okay. So here's here's my anime tier list that I did at the end of the year. So yeah, those are all the animes I've watched. Now, in terms of manga, I will have Berserk and Vagabond on there, and um, as I said, Arcane as well will be on there. And I feel like, oh yeah, another anime that I've watched recently that just came out recently is Orb on the Movement of the Earth. So I'll have one character from there. But yeah, other than that, those are all the animes I've watched. So if you've watched one of those and there's a characters from one of those animes that I don't have on the list and you would want to hear my opinion, then let me know. So that's about that. Now we'll be able to actually get into the tier list. Let me go here. Okay. So I don't know, obviously I don't go live often, and we're in the afternoon, at least for me, on Wednesday, so I don't know how much people we're gonna be able to get here. But obviously the VOD will be up after, so if you're watching on the VOD, thank you, and hopefully you enjoy this, and I guess we can just start it slowly but surely. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, for the next stream, we'll talk more about it at the end as well, but for the next stream, we will be reading Still Ball Run, chapter 41, yeah, 41 and 42 at least. Also, we're gonna talk about the character ranking that will be updated at the start of the stream. So that will be the next thing on the channel. That should be pretty soon actually. I don't have a date yet. But yeah, it's probably gonna be around maybe Sunday, Monday, next Sunday, Monday, so stay tuned for that. Okay, that's all I had to say about this. So I guess we'll go just in order of the list. So we have about 50 characters, 50 to 60 villains here. I'm aiming for this stream to be around an hour and a half, maybe. Maybe a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit longer, but it's probably gonna be about that. Um, yeah. So let's start with. Oh, and also, I did pick like a list that was already made, so some of them are going to have the names under it, and then after that we get to a point where I had to manually add those other villains, so they're not gonna have names, and the shape of the pictures are gonna be bigger, so it might look a little bit funky, but should be good. Okay, so let's start with AOT. Um, so we have Annie Leonhardt. Oh yeah, also let's talk about the ranks here. Yeah, I mean most of it is self-explanatory. CBA, I don't have D because I don't think I'm gonna rank D level villains characters. S is just like I love them. A is I really like them. B is I like them. C is just they're alright. Double S is like almost the greatest of all time, and then greatest is just like probably my top 5, top 10 maybe, we'll see, but also I haven't done this list prior to this, so this is going to be just like on the fly, so we'll have to figure it out. Okay, Annie from Attack on Titan. So Annie is pretty good in season 1, and then I would say until like season 4 she starts to get some stuff. I think Annie for now I'll put her in B. We'll see if she changes, but I think B is good. I like her character, but like I'm not too big on it. Next, Reiner Brown. one of my favorite Attack on Titan character. I mean, he's definitely an antagonist, but yeah, I'm not gonna go too in depth, but yeah, we'll definitely rank him as an antagonist overall. Where do I put him as an antag? Probably double S. Like, I just think he's such an amazing character that I have to put him that. I really love him. I think he's top 3 AOT characters for me. And he definitely isn't the first character that I think about when I think about villains or antagonists, but okay, so we got the last antagonist slash villain of AOT, Zeke. Zeke is about equal to Reiner actually, for me. Who do I have above the other though? I think I have... Yeah, I think it's like that. I think I have Reiner over Zeke. The two blondies, I mean, the 3 of them are blonde, so... Okay, wait, I gotta move. Gotta lower the music a little bit. Sorry for the loud sound right there. I also don't know if the quality of the stream is good, if well, it looks good. Okay, so we got AOT out the way. Now we have JoJo's. So we have from part 1 to part 6. Obviously with part 7, I'm not far enough into it to like to put one in there in the rank tier list. Maybe one villain that I could put in there, but other than that, not really so far. But yeah, so from part 1 to part 6, I'm gonna keep those 2 for later. So yeah, if you guys have seen the tier list, you guys know that Kira is my favorite character from part 1 to part 6. So yeah, with that, he is my favorite villain antagonist from JoJo's. Where is he? I think he's definitely in double S. But he might be at the bottom of double S, we'll have to see. But yeah, Kira is definitely my favorite. I just think he's super efficient as a character from when he's introduced in episode 17 till the end. I think he's just used very well. He doesn't really have any scenes that every time he's on screen, like you watch, you know, he has that kind of pull. Yeah, his aura is amazing and his dynamic with most of the characters in part 4, with Josuke, Rohan, and all that. So yeah, Kira is him. Where's Eren as a villain? That's a good question. I guess you could put Eren in here, huh? He's obviously not an antagonist. So it's kind of weird because I did have Eren in my protagonist list, which is why he's not here. It would feel kind of weird to have him in both, but he is a villain, kind of, if you want to look at it that way. So we'll see. Maybe I'll add Eren later. Maybe I'll add him. Also, one thing I could do, maybe not right now, but next time I'll have the chat as well on this screen so we can see it here. Okay, we have Diavolo / Doppio. Diavolo would probably be an A, I think. Probably A. I think he's good. He's a good villain. I like how he ties with the overall themes and concept of Part 5. Um, about fate and all that, but and obviously like his dynamic with Doppio, even though they're the same person, right? So I think he's definitely interesting, but he definitely lacks I don't know, he just lacks something to me, but he's still a good villain. I do like him. So I would wait there's for more people to show up because I do kind of want to. I wonder who you guys think I have in front of the other. Because when I did the character ranking for JoJo's, Dio and Pucci were next to each other, and I couldn't figure out who I liked better, who was in front of the other, and they were basically interchangeable. So I definitely would be curious. Who do you guys think would be above the other? So I'll wait a little bit on that. Um, okay, so let's keep them for later. We have Yuha from Bleach. Yeah, I'll keep him for later as well. So let's put this there. I do want to do something with him as well later. Okay, so let's go to Aizen. Aizen Sosuke. Have him on the thumbnail. Yeah, he's the best antagonist in Bleach. My favorite antagonist. I think he's top. If I'm not wrong, I think I have him top 2 character in the entire series for me. His dynamic with Ichigo is one of the greatest. It's so good. Now, he's definitely above Reiner. Do I have him in greatest? I think so. I think he's in greatest for me. We'll see if he's at the bottom though, but he's definitely in greatest, I think, because he's above Reiner and Zeke. Yeah. His character arc is just great. Same thing as Kira as well. Like every time he's on screen, he's just used very well. Next we have Byakuya Kuchiki. No, those guys don't consider them. They are kind of antagonists at some point, but I don't really consider them antagonist villains, to be honest. So I'm not gonna count them. Okay. Next we have Demon Slayer. Okay, we have Muzan and Yoha. So basically the reason why I wanted to keep him was because I wanted to talk about Muzan at the same time. So if you guys know, I've watched the anime, my anime tier list reaction. Demon Slayer does have like a special place in my heart. It was one of the first anime I've watched. There's multiple factors on why I like Demon Slayer so much. It was actually the first anime I watched weekly, where episodes were dropping weekly, and it was with season 2. And it was the first time I had read the manga where I was seeing the manga getting animated, just seeing the adaptation like that. So anyway, Demon Slayer does have a special place in my heart, so I do like the characters a little bit more. Then if I was to watch Demon Slayer right now, I don't think I would like it as much, or I don't think I would love the characters as much. So Muzan is one of those compared to Yuha, where like Yuha I think is much like he's better written, more interesting, he has more better dynamics with other characters. His overall impact on the story as well, like Yuha is just a lot more. But Yua is one of those characters where he's a little bit more abstract, so I have difficulty, and I've reread Bleach as well and everything, and I've tried, but I just can't connect with Yuabak's character for some reason fully. I still like him, but basically, like those two, uh, did they go above? Maybe they'll go on Esther. I'm not sure. We'll see. Uh, but yeah, it's one of those where I think Yuabak is a much better character, but I just like them equally for those two reasons. So, oh, multiple reasons. Next, we have Kokoshibo. Probably the best antagonist and top two characters for me in Demon Slayer. So yeah, Kokoshibo for me is an S, 100%. This one is pretty easy for me. Um, Again, same thing is dynamic with Yorichi, and he has the best fight in the series as well. Probably the best backstory on par with maybe Akaza. So yeah, his design is awesome, and I can't wait to see more of him in the movies, upcoming movies. Doma is has just a great aura. His design is great. Um, it just doesn't get a lot. Realistically, he's there for barely maybe 8 chapters. He doesn't get a lot, to be honest, which is what holds him back. Um, he's maybe at the bottom of A, top of B, somewhere there. Akaza, same level as Kokoshibo, probably a little bit less than him, but um, similar thing with Akaza, you know, probably second best villain in the story as well. Uh, his fight with Rengoku, obviously everyone has seen that movie and that fight itself. Um, and what we're gonna see of him in the next movies as well is gonna be great. Okay, those characters we're not gonna talk about, so we'll get to Hunter x Hunter, my favorite story in anything really. So yeah, most of the characters in here are gonna be super high, and one of the greatest strength of Hunter x Hunter is its villains and its antagonists. Togashi is just a master at that, writing antagonists and villains. So let's see. There's actually more villains as well about later, but that I had to add. But let's start with Isoka Moro. Top 5 characters for me. In Hunter x Hunter, I think he's just really great. He has some questionable qualities and moments, but overall he's an awesome villain. And same thing as Kira and Aizen. Every time he's on screen, you watch basically. He always makes, sorry, my throat. He always makes the scenes just more interesting. Any arcs he's in as well. He's definitely the greatest for me. We'll see if he goes above Aizen, but Illumi Zoldyck. Illumi probably goes. Illumi probably goes at the bottom of S for me, maybe top of A, we'll see, but bottom of S probably. Also, for any of you who's watching either currently or when you're watching later, in the comments, let me know some of your favorite villains or antagonists, or like when you think about favorite antagonists or villains, which characters pop out in your head first? Who's the first characters you think about? Next, we have Uvogin, definitely one of the best Phantom Troop members. Uvogin probably goes around here. He actually gets elevated quite a bit for me in the manga as well afterwards. It's probably here, somewhere here. Grollo. definitely goes at top of greatest for now for me. Um, he's just one of the best characters in the entire series. He's very mysterious, complex. He's one of those characters that the more you deep dive into his character and just everything about him, the more you discover and the more you just like I don't know. You could think about him and yeah, the more you think about him, the better it gets. Basically, he's one of those characters. So in the manga, we still have yet to see the conclusion of his character arc. So hopefully, we get more chapters and we can see more of his arc. Meruem, once again, goes at the top. Probably at the top of Chrollo for now. I think Chrollo, if we see more of him and Togashi does cook, which I think he will, I think Chrollo will go above Meruem for me personally. But for now, Meruem is just a more complete character. Um, Greenball says, "Where's the Pillarman?" The Pillarman, I guess I could. Um, I mean, Cars. I actually think I like Wamu better than Cars. ACDC, I wouldn't rank him if I'm being honest. Like, I don't even think he would be C tier for me. I don't really care about ACDC, but um, Wamu is above Cars. Cars would probably go bottom of B or C, to be honest. And then probably B would go. Wamu would probably go same, like if Cars was at the bottom of B, Wamu would be at the bottom, at the top of B. So that's where I would have them. Yeah. Okay. We have Pito. Where does Pito go? Probably. Pito probably goes here above Akaza, under Kokoshibo for me. I think Pito is an awesome character. Same thing, or aura, or first appearance, or entrance is one of the best in the series. Her dynamic with Gon and Meruem as well is awesome. What else? I mean, yeah, her dynamic with her siblings, Poof and Yuppie as well is awesome. Let me see something here. Pariston Hill. Where does Pariston go? Pariston is a weird one because he's there a lot less than Illumi, but I do kind of like him more than Illumi. Do I like him more than Pito? I think this one is a little bit tougher. I don't know if he's at the top of S or bottom of double S. I think everything he gets with Jing is just so awesome. Like the way they're basically playing a chess match against each other every time. I don't know, man. Like Togashi just cooks. He takes an arc that's about politics, and Pariston is just literally the perfect villain or antagonist you could have for that type of arc. I don't know how to not dive into spoilers here more to talk about him, so I'll leave him there for now. But Ryomen Sukuna. So JJK is one of those where I actually think the more time passed, actually it grew a little bit more on me, like especially the ending. Because I wasn't too big, other than a few things, with Mikey that I did really like, but I wasn't too big on everything after the Shibuya arc overall. But there was obviously peaks and really good stuff still under, but the more time is passing, the more fond of some of the characters in here. So that includes people like Sukuna, Yuji, Gojo. I think that's about it. The rest I already liked quite a lot. So Sukuna would be... Where does Sukuna go? Definitely like him more than Doma. More than Diavolo. I think I have Vogan above a Diavolo, I'm gonna be honest. I just... Sukuna would go... I think he goes above Muzan. I think Sukuna goes here. I think he's above Akaza for me. Oh, what's up, Cicio? Sorry for being here. I was playing Deltarune. Oh, wait. Deltarune. I've heard this before. Let me check. Yeah, I've seen this. I haven't played or really looked at much, but it's all good though. It's all good, man. We still got quite a bit to go, so yeah, we still got like about 30 to 40 characters. So yeah. New chapter came out today. Wait, how does that work though? Deltarune, is that... Or when you mean new chapter, are you talking about the game or something else? Yeah, so Sukuna is like... You would have asked me a year before this, like I think Sukuna would be like probably under like Uvogen, but yeah, now he's there. I do like Sukuna quite a bit. Urame, not gonna... I mean, I guess no. I'm not gonna rank Urame. I don't really feel too strong about Urame. Yeah, it's divided in chapters. Okay, about the game. Kenjaku would go... Yeah, this one might piss off people, but I'm not too big on Kenjaku. Yeah, Kenjaku is kind of like a Yuabak where I don't click with him, but I don't think Kenjaku is as good as of a character as Yuabak either, so I don't know. I think he'll go at the bottom of B. Meruem and Krollo are on the same level, or do you prefer one of them? Yeah, so them being on the same level doesn't like... It means they're pretty relative, they're close to each other, but yeah, if I do like Meruem being in front of Krollo means I do like Meruem quite a bit more, or just a little bit more, so yeah, I do like Meruem a little bit more, but like it's not enough of a gap to be a tier above or anything. And like I said, maybe you'll go back later to kind of rewatch. But what I said is that Meruem has a full character arc, so we know all of his character, but Crollo still has quite a bit to go in terms of his character in this arc. Like I feel like we have yet to see the best of Crollo's character. So I do think Crollo will surpass Meruem in time if we do get more chapters, but for the moment it's that. Maito was my favorite villain for quite a bit. I think, yeah, it's kind of tough. I think Maito and Sukuna are pretty close for me. Do I have him? I do have him above Illumi. I think he goes there. Let's go to Toji because I actually, it's kind of funny. All those three are about the same place. I think I like Toji more though. No. It's kind of crazy because Toji is not there in the story for too long. But he just makes such an impact. And he obviously, like, even throughout the rest of the story, you just hear about him, and just through other characters, he just gets elevated. So, Geto, very great, kind of similar to Toji, to be honest. He does get a little bit less. I don't know. I think the fact that he's in the movie JJK Zero, to me, there's something about that makes him a little bit lower, but I think he's under Illumi as well. Yeah, it's fine there. Okay, so we can put a character here. In Seater, we need to have a character in Seater, and yeah, Kashimo is just, to me, Kashimo has just a cool design, cool power, decent dynamic with Sukuna, but yeah, not my favorite character. He's cool though. Never got interested in JK. Is it actually good? Because I heard the ending sucks. Yeah, I mean the ending does have big problems. It's just one of those where there is some good stuff. Like I think Yuji as a character, and even Gojo as a character, even with the ending. I mean, I guess maybe you've probably heard about Gojo. I would imagine he's such a popular character, but the main character and this character, they get good stuff. But yeah, overall as an ending, there's some problems with it. It's not that great, to be honest. Um, but it's tough because, like, I would say what, 5 or 6, I think 6 chapters before the end, there's like probably the best chapter in the entire series. So even though the ending sucks, there's still like a good chapters in there. But you know, you say, is it good? I do think it's good. I think it's a good show, and it has problems. I think it has quite a few flaws, which is like, it has some really good stuff. It has, like, I don't want to say similar writing to Hunter x Hunter in terms of its characters, but it's definitely less refined in terms of character work. But it has its similarities, but yeah, it has a lot more flaws though. I mean, it's very shonen as well, like, you know, a lot of fights. But Jogo probably goes. Is he top of C or bottom of B? Probably bottom of B. I think I low-key like Jogo more than Hajime here. Okay. So we can skip all of these. I haven't seen Naruto. I haven't seen Full Metal. So we have Griffith. So Griffith, greatest. I don't even have to think about it. Griffith is, yeah. I mean, if you've seen Berserk, you know. If you haven't seen Berserk, you probably know as well. You've definitely heard about Griffith. He's just one of those iconic villains in manga, anime, mostly manga, but Griffith. Do I like personally though? Do I like Griffith more than Isoka or Aizen? I I surprisingly don't think I do. Have you seen Rohan Kishibe's art drawn by Gege? Yeah, yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I saw it. I think it came out like a week or two ago, or a week ago maybe. But yeah, Gege, it was like his big, or really his first manga, JJK for Gege. So I do think I'm excited for his next work if he does have time to work on it. I think he could make something like really, really great. But time will tell. Sojo. So I've read Kagurabachi back in September. I only read the first 40 to 45 chapters, and I stopped there. I think right now they're around chapter 70 or 80. But yeah, I'll need to get back on it. But I've enjoyed it. Soldier was probably my favorite character, I think, in the story. He's like probably one of the best first arc antagonists I've seen, to be honest. Like, you rarely get such a good, impactful antagonist in the first 10 to 20 chapters. So where does Sojo go? Probably top of B. I think Sojo is great. Actually, no, he goes in A, I think. Probably above Doma. Probably here. Sazanami, I haven't gotten far enough to see most, so I'm not gonna rank him yet. Makima as well, I haven't seen enough yet. Okay, now we can move to My Hero Academia. All for One. So My Hero is one of those where I think he has some really good characters in there, but as a series overall, it does. I mean, people have talked about it. It loses me a little bit. Lord Frieza. I haven't seen. Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, unfortunately. But obviously, I've heard about Frieza quite a bit. All for One, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan on All for One. He's cool. He has a cool dynamic with Shigaraki and All Might, but other than that, probably around. Probably at the top of B for me, maybe bottom of A. I'll be kind and put him at the bottom of A. Seriously, Al, you mean about me not watching Dragon Ball? I mean, Dragon Ball is basically Hunter x Hunter's father, as well as with JoJo. Oh yeah, I know. I mean, Togashi's the biggest Toriyama fan. Yeah, I've been seen because I started watching slash reading manga, watching anime back in 2020. Yeah, I think 2020. Yeah, 2020, 2021. So when I started that, I started with Hunter x Hunter, and then I just went and never watched Dragon Ball Z just because it was just such a long anime and it was just older, I guess. But like I never really knew about anime or manga like this until I was like 17 years old, I think. So that's mostly the reason why I haven't watched it, but I do need to get to it at some point for sure. Where was I? Oh yeah, Dabi probably goes. I like Dabi more than All for One, more than Doma, more than Sojo. Probably more than Arvlo. Probably there. Probably goes bottom of C here. Overall is pretty cool as well. I like overall more than All for One as well. Probably there. Not the biggest fan of Imichi's villains overall. I think he has some good ones. Stein is good. Stein, I like him a lot, actually. He's not there a lot, but another one of those that's very efficient with the little screen time he gets. Probably above Dabi right there. Actually, yeah, no, I think about more. I think this goes like this. Like this. I guess it's difficult to catch up to it, but still recommend you to go with the manga if you'd like to start it. Yeah, probably would do that if I start. I'll probably start with the manga. Shigaraki, probably the best antagonist in MHA. Where does Shigaraki goes? He goes. Shigaraki probably goes an S here. Right under Maito for me. Okay. Alright, we're done with MHA. So now we're gonna be starting all the characters that I've added manually. So there's not gonna be the names under it now. We do still have Pucci and Dio that I did want to keep. Wait, why is she there? For later. My boy Risotto. Okay, so 4 people here. Okay, so as I said, when I did the character ranking for JoJo's, I had Pucci and Dio next to each other at the very top, and at that point I didn't know, like, they were interchangeable. I didn't know who was the best at that point, or who I liked better than the other. So who do you guys think I have in front? Who do I prefer more, Pucci or Dio? It is pretty close still, like it's not a big gap, but who do you guys think I prefer between the two? So next we're gonna have Arcane as well. The Arcane, I have 2 villains. We still have a little bit more Hunter x Hunter, Bleach, JoJo's. So how many are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Because we have about 25 villains left to do. I think you like more Dio because he's iconic, but to me it's Pucci because it's better written. Okay. Okay, so let's just get to Arcane first, and then we'll rank the 2 of them. Okay, so Arcane. Let's go in order. So we have Silco, Um, so I mean, Arcane has like season two has its problem, if you've seen it, but season one of Arcane has like one of the best writing in terms of characters I've seen in anything really. It's just so well written, especially for the characters. And Silco is at the top of the list. He's probably the one that they put the more time into, mixed with Jinx, but Silco isn't greatest for sure. Uh, Silco is one of my favorite antagonists of anything. Probably goes here. Um, I mean, everything about him, his aura, his design, every just interactions that he has, his dynamics with. He has so many good dynamics with probably like five characters, um, Jinx and others. I don't want to dive into spoilers, but uh, yeah, I'm trying to think and not say something about him while spoiling my stuff. Didn't see it. Yeah, I definitely recommend watching if you're watching. Um, and I was gonna say an anime, but it's not really an anime. But yeah, I definitely recommend you go watch Arcane. Especially at least for season one. I mean, season two still has some really great stuff, but it's pretty short. It's 9 episodes. I mean, obviously it's like 40-minute episodes, but I definitely recommend watching at least until episode three. And if you don't like it by then you do what you want. But I think you would like it for sure. I mean, he has one of the craziest animations I've seen. I mean, he obviously has like the biggest budget in anything any series has ever had, around 200 million in terms of the budget for the music and the animation, and yeah, it's insane. Next, we have Mbessa. Mbessa is one of the best characters in season two. Amazing villain as well. She probably goes in S tier. She goes. Mm, I think I like her more than Akaza, more than Pito, more than Pariston. Probably goes there. Real quick, let me just put some music back on. Also, let me make this smaller. Okay. Okay. Generally, I don't care for animations, but nice to hear. Yeah, I mean it's just a little added thing. Um, okay, so now that we are done with Arcane, it was pretty fast, two characters. Okay, so you said Dio. You think Dio is better? Um, well, the answer is, I mean, first of all, I do think they're both in double S. Uh, yeah, they have to be in double S. No. So the answer is Pucci. I actually do like Pucci more than Dio. Um, no greatest? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because again, Kira is my favorite, and do. I don't think I like Kira more than I don't think I like Kira as much as the people in Gridis. Um, I mean, even I don't think I like Zeke. I mean, it's kind of weird because as a villain antagonist, I think I like Kira more in that aspect than those two. But like as characters, I just love Zeke and Reiner just a tad bit more. So I don't think I have Kira in there in Gridis, and obviously those two are under. Um, so that's that. I think. Do we have? I don't think we have other JoJo's character. Oh yeah, we have Risotto. Okay. Um. Okay, Canute from Vinland Saga. I do like Canute. Maybe actually I don't know how much people like Canute as a character, but I was gonna say I don't like him as much as other people do, but I actually don't know how much people like Canute overall. Canute goes probably in. Probably goes here. Under Vogan, I think. Hmm. Yeah. Next we have Beyond Netero from Hunter x Hunter. Same thing with Beyond. He doesn't have that much screen time so far. We really just have scratched the surface with his character. Chapter 401, one of the recent ones, did add quite a bit to him. Um, where do I have Beyond in all of this though? So I have Uvog in there. Probably under Canute actually. Or wait. No. I mean they're all close to each other, but probably Avamir. To me it's Pucci, Part 7 villain, Dio, Kira. Interesting. Okay. So you have Kira at last. Interesting. It's pretty cool. Part 7 villain. Alright. Excited. Is he technically a villain? Beyond? I would say he's a. It's kind of tough to classify him, but yeah, I would say he's a villain slash antagonist. Beyond for sure. But it's definitely not. It's a little bit more abstract for sure. Um, but he does kind of go against, for now, the Hunter Association, and even again with Chapter 401, especially, he kind of goes up against what's his name, Kurapika, which is kind of the main character of the arc. So okay, next we have Nobunaga. I mean, he's around Vogan. I do like Vogan a little bit more though, but probably have him above Stein for me. Man, it feels crazy to have Canute there, but yeah. Okay. Oh, we have Risotto next. I think Risotto is the only one. I mean, I could have added Wamu, and I did talk about the Pillarman earlier in the stream. But Risotto's probably, I mean, even Risotto, I was kind of like, is he an antagonist or villain? He is, but is he? Like, obviously, is La Squadra is against the main characters, but Risotto is kind of those ones where I guess he does do a few things, but he never actually goes up against us. He actually kind of helps us by going against Doppio. Uh, so that's why I was like, is Risotto really a villain slash antagonist? But he kind of is just due to La Squadra. So Risotto would probably go. Same thing with Risotto. Risotto doesn't actually get that much. He's not there that much. He's definitely an A tier for me, but probably somewhere here. By the way, Alexander on Twitch is almost catching up. Yeah, with SBR chapters, so like, watch out for spoilers. Yeah. I am kind of following his stream a little bit when I have time and stuff. I do watch them. But I think today, I mean, I don't know. I was kind of guessing he's probably gonna end on chapter 35 today. I don't know how fast he's going, but. So yeah, I think by next week he's gonna catch up to me if I don't have. But I do plan on, as I said at the start of the stream, I do plan on probably doing the next stream and reading chapter 41 and 42 and maybe even more. We'll see. Around Sunday/Monday, so maybe his next stream next week will be. He will catch up to where I am, so after that I'll definitely have to be careful with spoilers. Risotto is my favorite character in part 5. Interesting. I do have Bruno quite a bit ahead of Risotto personally, but he's definitely up there for sure. He is an antagonist to boss Jojo, not Jojo. Yeah. Okay. Next we have Poof. 2 seconds. So we have Poof. My favorite Royal Guard. Definitely goes in double S. Where does he go in double S? Probably here. Above Dio, I think that makes sense for me. I hate Poof. I mean, it is, I don't know. I mean, Poof is, most of the time, it's 50-50. It's either you hate him, or either is like your favorite character. So, you're definitely not the first one. He's kind of made to be annoying, so it makes sense. Team Pito, do you like Pito as well? So I'm not mad about it. I understand. Okay. So we have a little bit more Bleach here. We have Stark from Bleach. Stark probably. I do like Stark quite a bit. I can't have him above Yuha though. He's actually a very Nobunaga-esque character, so I think I'll have him there. We have Yuppie, the third Royal Guard here. Yuppie is an S for me. Where is he an S though? Probably here under my toe, I think. Never seen Bleach 2, but I don't think I like it. Tough to say, tough to say. I don't know. I mean, it depends as well, because the anime, yeah, I don't think he would as much, but in terms of the manga, tough to say. I don't know. L from Death Note. He's not a villain, but he is an antagonist. L. L is pretty high. He's most definitely S tier. Does he go in double S? L the GOAT, but Team Light. Team Light is kind of crazy, but fair enough. Yeah. I do think I have L in double S, man. I mean, he's like top of S, bottom of double S. Okay, now we're getting, let's get all the vagabond boys here. Is there anyone else? Oh yeah, with. Okay, so we have 4 characters. My French almost came out right there. We have 4 characters from Vagabond villains. Vagabond is one of my favorite stories. So same thing here. The villains probably. Actually, I don't know how high some of them are going to go, because the characters are pretty, like, they're not there for too long. We kind of move a lot, so here we have my boy from the Ozwin clan. French Canada, yeah. From Quebec. So I do really like him. I think he's at the bottom of S though. No, he's not. He's not. Probably here. Okay, so here we have Sasaki Kojiro. That one was a weird one. He's not really a villain. You could say he's an antagonist at some point. So you could say he's an antagonist, but mostly I just wanted to include him here. Just because I wanted to rank him, because he's one of my favorite characters of anything, so... I mean, yeah. He goes in greatest. Where does he go? He's definitely above Aizen. Is he above Silco? This is a battle. I don't know who's in front of the other though. Here. I think I'll leave him on the under Silco, but why am I blanking on his name now? Itosai. Tosai is pretty great as well. Actually, this one is easy. I think he's with Ambassador from Arcane. They're probably similar to me. I don't know which one I like better though. I think I'll leave it like that. Ueda, last character from Vagabond. Ueda is one of my favorites. He's not like the craziest character, he doesn't get that much either, but he's one of the low-key characters that I do really like. Maybe more than most, I don't know, but he's probably at the bottom of S. Okay, Atsumu from IQ. I've kind of reread, and I've been rereading, rewatching a little bit, and Atsumu has grown on me. Where does it go? Yeah, I think he goes there. Yeah, that makes sense for me. Okay. Okay, so next we have Novak from Orb on the Movement of the Earth. So as I said, this is a recent anime that just came out. I actually don't know when it started to air weekly, but I think I watched this last month or 2 months ago. Novak is my favorite character in Orb, and he's an amazing antagonist. He does remind me of Askeladd, so we can put, I mean, they do look similar as well. They're actually quite similar both in appearance and just their characters overall, but yeah, Novak has, every time he pulls up on screen, he just has that like scary presence, like you get scared for your characters. He has an amazing character arc. Yeah, he's just such a tragic character. Never heard of it. Yeah, Orb is amazing. Another one that I recommend watching for sure. It's pretty short. It's one season, 25 episodes, and that's it. So just one season and it's done. Yeah, everything about it is great. The music accompanies it so well. The music actually elevates the show a lot for me, but the dialogue is super great. The themes, the ideas. Actually, like watching it made me want to like start writing myself, but I would put Novak. I'll probably put Novak in the Bolas, but I don't know if I think yeah, about here, similar to L. Okay. Askeladd, might as well since they're similar. Askeladd, yeah, Eagles and Greatest for me. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So 2 more characters in there, and yeah. Let's try to not have more than 10 characters in here. Yeah, Askeladd. Yeah, I think that's good. Place him at the bottom. Love Askeladd. Grimjaw from Bleach. Grimjaw is pretty similar to... There was someone... Yeah, I mean, he's in that range. Probably above Maito, I think. Around here. Okay, so this one is a little bit. This is the only character from Blue Lock I have. I'm not the biggest Blue Lock fan personally. I don't know what it is about it. I just don't click with the story as much. The art is pretty insane though, but Aiku is like one of my favorite characters in the story. He feels like one of the more grounded characters in the story. I do like him quite a bit. I don't think he goes that high, but probably around Risotto somewhere. Blue Lock is trash. Got hyped only for girls liking some boys. Wait, what? Got hype only for girls liking some boys? Okay, okay. I got confused at first with that comment. Yeah, I mean, Blue Lock, I don't know, man. It's just like very over the top. Very over the top. I don't know how much you like watched or read about Blue Lock, but I mean, I think I stopped around chapter 180. I mean, I had watched season 1, then I read the U20 match in the manga, and then I kind of continued after that very slowly with breaks, and I just kind of stopped at chapter 180. The characters, girls like them because they are sexy. Okay, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of fangirling in there for sure. I've seen like quite a few people as well fangirling over the characters for sure. So okay, we have that done. So we only have about 5 to 10 characters here, so. So Oikawa from Bleach, my second favorite character, the best antagonist, at least up until what I've seen in the anime. I would put Oikawa. He's in double S for sure for me. So I'm thinking I'm looking at Reiner and Zeke, and I'm like I like Oikawa more than those two, but or at least on par with Reiner. But would I put him above them? I think I would put him here. I would rank Vicious from Cowboy Bebop. I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop. I haven't seen that. We have Ushijima from IQ as well. Probably lower. Eri would be in. Probably here. Okay, Zod from Berserk. Zod would go definitely S. It'll probably go somewhere here. It's kind of crazy to have Zod besides Atsumu, like just a guy playing volleyball, and then you have this freaking monster. Garo from One Punch Man, the best character in One Punch Man by a mile. I actually don't think One Punch Man doesn't have that many great characters to me, but Garo definitely is the shining star in there. Where does Garo go? S. Probably at the top of S for me. Okay, it's a masterpiece. I haven't heard that much about Cowboy Bebop. Like, I obviously know what it is and heard about it, but I don't know much about it. Like, most animes, like, especially something like Cowboy Bebop, which, like, the name is pretty popular, like, it's a pretty known franchise, but it's one of those that I just haven't heard anything really about it. I don't know much about it. Okay, down to the last three, I think, yeah. So we have Tserenik from Hunter x Hunter, Succession War. So Tseri is pretty early. I mean, I say early in his character, probably on the middle, start or middle of his character arc, so we still have a lot to see from him. He's definitely a potential man right now. I am kind of a Tseri Glazer though. Not Glazer, but I do really like Tseri as a character. For now, I don't think I can put Tseri much higher than S, where Ghetto. Yeah, for now I think he goes around here, but he still has quite a way to go. The guy with King Crimson, yeah, exactly. It's exactly him. Ulquiorra. I don't like Ulquiorra as much as other people. I actually like Grimjo more than him. I feel like that's probably a hot take. He does have a great conclusion. Probably here. No, he has to be above. He has to be above here. Probably here. As far as exactly like Kim Crimson, yeah. I mean, there's definitely differences, but yeah, it's very similar. So I wouldn't be surprised if Togashi inspired himself from it. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with how many references there is in this arc of JoJo's. So yeah, last character here. Morena Prudo, Same thing, Succession War. Same thing as Terry, she has a lot more to go in the arc, so we're still early. I mean, she's got what, like, yeah, she's got four chapters of screen time so far, so yeah, she hasn't been there quite a lot. So if Terry is there, is she above Vogan? Probably here. Moran is probably here. I mean, she could be a little bit lower, but yeah, no, she has to be here. Oops. All right, that's it. Well, we might do some changes here, but Old Cure is an easy S. Yeah, he's definitely S tier here for sure. I definitely wouldn't put him lower than that. I mean, just literally just Old Cura's conclusion is enough to put him in S tier. Our favorite Edge Lord boy. How would you rank the Bomber from Hunter? Is the worst villain? Oh yeah, he is for sure. Gentru, the Bomber from Hunter Hunter, would probably go in. Yeah, you would go in C tier probably. Bottom, yeah, like at probably like under Kashimo or yeah, the bottom. I mean, the only thing Gentru Bomber has is like his dynamic with Gon and his fight at the end, and like he is the perfect villain for like in terms of the themes and the purpose of the arc for Gon. Gentru is like perfect for that, for where Gon is in his progression as a character, but that's about the only thing he does. Hunter Hunter is cooking. It is indeed cooking. He has what, 1, 2, 3, 3 characters in greatest. Yuabak just A. Yeah, so I talked about it a little bit at the start. Yua is like I know he's very well written. He has great dynamics with a lot of characters. His impact on the story, you know, his presentation in the manga is insane. Like the way Kubo draws him, the ink leaking off of him, it's really cool. But like even with rereads, like I've reread and everything, and like I understand him a little bit, but I can't so fully, so I can't really connect with his character. So I don't like love him. I really like the character. I can see that he's good, that he's very well written, but I just can't connect with him. Waiting for Togashi, yeah, we are. So that's about it. I mean, how long have we been going? An hour and 40 minutes? That's about what I said. So is there, I could put up my anime ranking if you guys want to see, but if there's any characters that is not on the list that you would like to know where I would put them, now is the time. But whether it's from JoJo's, Hunter x Hunter, whatever it is. Vanilla Ice. Uh, hmm. So Vanilla Ice. I mean, Vanilla Ice is there for what, 2, 3 episodes. I mean, he's definitely. Is he the best like side villain that's not obviously Dio in part three? Obviously his power is very cool. He kills some people as well, right? Like he pulls up and he does work. Um, and obviously like just his passion and like how much he almost cares about Dio and how much like I just remember his voice acting, him screaming and just being mad, obviously kicking Iggy because he tricked him into thinking it was Dio. I think Vanilla Ice would go probably B, probably B. But yeah, like bottom of B probably. To me, is Kira level for how determined he was. Wait, so you're saying you would put him at the same place as Kira just for how determined he is? I mean, again, I do like that, like, he was determined. Like, that's definitely one of the best thing about his character. Let me know if you guys hear the dog as well being out now. I like him very much. For Araki, he is his least favorite character. Wait, did he actually say that? He actually stated that he was like one of his least favorite. Did he say why or just? Okay, so let me see if there's any changes here. I think this is good. This is good. This is good. I feel like recency bias because I've been kind of rereading and thinking about it. Isoka is above Griffith, but like it's one of those where Griffith could go higher, like above Aizen and stuff. But for now, right now, I do like Isoka a tad bit more. This looks fine to me. Yeah, this looks pretty good to me. In double S. I think I put Barstan above Tosai. No, never mind. Yeah, 8 a.m. Well, nice stream. I have to go dinner. See you in the next SBR chapter. Alright, man. Have a good dinner. And yeah, I'll see you on the chapter 41. Read through. Have a nice one. Okay, so this looks good to me. I mean, I'm pretty happy. Obviously, this is on the fly, so I haven't had, that much time to think about it. So there is things that, like, I might relook at this in 1 week and, like, I'm gonna be like, why is Illumi not higher? But for now, this looks pretty good to me. Same thing, Morana could be interchangeable, she could be under Canute. But like, so we'll end on that, okay? So I'll talk about characters that could go higher potentially in the future if I was to do this again. So the characters that could go higher, I feel like a lot of them would be from Hunter x Hunter, but Beyond would probably could go higher. Doma could be a tad bit higher as well with the movies coming out, like seeing how they adapt everything about him in the anime could be elevated. Same thing with Muzan, he could go higher, but we'll see. Nobunaga could go higher. IQ haven't finished it, so maybe Ushijima could go higher as well. Obviously Morana, I think Morana has the potential to literally go in greatest. Definitely double S, but like she could go in double S at some point. She just needs a little bit more, to be honest. Now that I look at this, I think Ueda goes under. Yeah. UI is gonna stay there probably. Geto. No, Tseri, same thing. Tseri could end up in greatest, we'll see. I guess Zod could go higher with the Berserk manga. Is Eren a villain according to you? So, someone mentioned that earlier in the stream. So, I mean, my thoughts on that was that I don't think Eren is I do think Eren could be, you could say, yeah, Eren is a villain. He's not an antagonist, but you could say he's a villain for sure. But as I said, I did rank Eren in my protagonist tier list, so that's kind of why I didn't want to include him here, just because I already kind of ranked him in my last tier list, so I didn't want to just rank him 2 times. But if I was to put Eren in the villain tier list, it's kind of still tough for me to put Eren here. I don't even know how to rank him, to be honest, but I mean, Eren as a villain is probably gonna go in at top of S or bottom of double S for me, somewhere there. It's just weird. Zod should go higher. Yeah, when I was placing him, I was thinking. I mean, Zod is such like Zod's aura and his like his presence every time he just shows up in the manga, the way he's illustrated, like the way Miura draws him and it's insane. He has obviously his dynamic with Guts is awesome as well. Skull Knight as well. Griffith, he has some great stuff. But we just don't know. The thing with Zod is that we don't know much about him, like actually. Other than like, okay, he's this warrior, he likes to fight people strong people. But yeah, we just don't know much about Zod, is kind of the problem for me, to put him higher. And even right now where we are in the story, I'm like, I feel like we're about, I mean, it sucks that it's not Miura anymore, so we'll see how that goes, but normally I think like Zod would get quite a bit, because he might turn on Griffith, I don't know, man. So we still have a little bit more to see from Zod, which is why I just can't put him that much higher, but like Zod could go higher, like he could go here. You know, I don't really mind him going on top of S, to be honest. It's just tough for me to put him above people like Sukuna or Pito. Is Garo ranked? Yeah, Garo is right here. With his red hair, orange hair. Garo is S tier, but like I do really, as I said, Garo is One Punch Man's best character to me, so I really like Garo, like how he just feels like the main character of the story. So like I could put Garo higher, to be honest. He could be on the ball S. I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. That's definitely a good question. I'm debating on putting him. I don't mind. I could put him here. Go on the ball S for me is fine. So I think that's it. I think that's the tier list. Let me know what you think. If you disagree with any of the placements where you would have some of those characters for you, I know with tier lists like this, we have a lot of different opinions, so it's fine. This is my personal list, so it's fine if you have some of the greatest for you or in A tier, or if some of the characters in A tier on greatest as well. I would like to hear that. Garo should go double S. That's fair. I mean, I'll leave him at the bottom of double S. That makes sense for me. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for being here. It was a little bit slow at the start. We didn't have as many people, but we don't stream quite often, so it makes sense. As I said, next time will be the next stream will be, I don't have a date yet, but it probably will be around Sunday, Monday, somewhere there, where we will be continuing Steel Ball Run, chapter 41, 42, maybe more. We'll discuss the character ranking. So if you're there for the Steel Ball Run chapters, I'll see you there. Obviously, if you can't be there for that, don't worry. I'll still post the video of that on the channel. And then I don't know when the next stream after that will be. If you guys have any ideas of what stream you would like to see in the future, then let me know in the comments, chat, whatever. And I'll take those, I'll take notes. I can't say much. I've complete many animes from the list. It's all good, man. It's all good. There was one last thing I want to say. Oh yeah, that's what I want. Also, next time we will have the chat on there while I read, so we'll see your guys' comments on the screen like this. But that's it. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream. It should be a lot of fun, so